Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This time I have prepared 5 tips for you for the year 2025 to develop as an analyst, and let's get straight to the point. Firstly, we need to work on a deeper understanding of our domain. If we work in banking, we need to be aware of what's happening in banking, what new features are available, what could be a game changer in the coming months, or what new projects might emerge. If we work in e-commerce, we look at what the current trends in online sales are so that we know and can prepare in advance. Plus, when new initiatives or projects appear in our organization, we can step forward and say, was not that we already know something, that we are already familiar with the topic. And we smoothly transition to the second point, which is competitor analysis. And you might think that it's about competitor analysis for our organization, but that's not the case because times have changed a bit. And there are more and more analysts on the market. So our competition is other analysts, and we need to observe what they are doing, what they are learning, which conferences they are attending, what training they are undertaking, what skills they have, and what they are capable of, so that we can evaluate ourselves against them. Perhaps we will find a gap and see, okay, I can do something that practically no one else on the market can. So this is the area where I will focus. Or maybe it's the case that everyone is using Enterprise Architect and I don't fully know how to use it. Maybe it's necessary to learn it. Therefore, analyzing such competition can bring us very good results. Tip number 3, which is probably the most important because it's about building relationships with our stakeholders. Times are changing, technical skills are relatively easy to acquire, but unfortunately soft skills are not. Since there are quite a lot of candidates for our position, these technical skills are somewhat declining, and not just a little, because as I talk to everyone, the main reason candidates are rejected is due to soft skills. If we have the opportunity, let's work on them so that we can function in a team, communicate effectively, and build relationships with everyone in our team because they are also our stakeholders. And now point number 4, which is to use tools. AI is a hot topic. Everyone is using AI. AI is great. And while it may not be as perfect as everyone thinks, it certainly has several applications that we can use in our work. For example, if we are working on a certain functionality, we can conduct really great research using such an AI tool. We can find out how a given functionality already works in other companies, what the pros and cons are, what can be added, and what can be removed. And for instance, correct our documentation. We can check if there is any error in our line of thinking, so if there are tools available, let's use them. Additionally, if there are tools on the market that everyone is using, let's focus on making sure we can use them too. So if everyone is writing stories in Jira, doing documentation in Confluence, and then drawing some stuff in Miro. Unfortunately, we also need to be able to navigate these, because if everyone is using them, then we must to at least have a basic understanding of the subject. And tip number 5, the most important one, it will probably be relevant every year. Let's not stop developing ourselves. The world is moving forward, business is changing, everyone working as analysts can see that these trends are evolving. Here was waterfall, here is agile, here we do processes, here we don't do processes, here are simple stories, here are very advanced stories. So we cannot stop and rest on our laurels. We need to learn new things. We need to look at which direction the whole world of analysis is heading and gradually add new techniques to our toolbox. All right, that's all for today's episode. I wish for you to be flexible, ready for change, because business doesn't exist in a vacuum and it also changes constantly. I encourage you to subscribe to the channel, and we'll hear from each other soon as there will be more and more regular uploads.